Come on over, it's time for Tim Friend.
Alright, welcome back to Tim Friend. So a major reason for, I forgot to mention this, going up into melee is that ranged weapons are disabled in melee, and this applies to the enemy as well. Oh, we did a turn, and that made the Awakening go to 2, which would normally bring extra Necrons into battle. Not sure if it does now. No. Okay, so if we were doing another battle, there would be even more Necrons. More than both. Alright. Also at the beginning of the turn, one of these, this thing got recharged with brain power. Alright, so let's get to shooting, huh? So we've got, you can see there's like a little red glowy thing. It says the machine spirit is charged. Every time you attack with one of these things, it gets a charge to its machine spirit, and it only needs one, and then it'll do +1 damage on its next shot using up that charge. So every other shot does +1 damage, which is pretty neat. Let's give one shot for this boy. Pretty good. Could have used that 3 damage so we get the kill, but whatever. And he's out. Alright, but he's not dead. He's just knocked down, which blows for us. Boy, does it blow. Because it means that if we don't get a final hit on him or beat the mission in time, he will just wake back up. Looks like that Necron took the opportunity to try to walk away and is gonna shoot Gold Manarius point blank in the fizzity face, which is a bummer. Bummer in the summer. We're gonna roll up with our servitors. Fat lot of good they've done us this one. We're gonna keep this one here because I got a nasty feeling about this this thing. These are places where, like, if you've played Gauntlet, this is where Necrons would spawn from. On the down Necron's turn, its clock moves down a little bit, which is unfortunate. But what we can do is shoot the corpse with our pistol. Pachoo! It gives us a cognition from its body, and it goes away permanently. Now it's gone forever. Let's wander over here and get these 3 cognition points, or 2, because we're capped out at 4, and then we will we'll roll up with a cognition move for a net gain of 1. We can't get around that corner, can we? And then we can go here. Machine Spirit does something with the Power Axe. And we get a cognition point from that too, because we're right next to the corpse. We just siphon it immediately. There's no threat remaining. That was real easy. Easy game. Easy game, easy life. Right, there's no more objectives. Circumstances evaluation. Confirmed disappointing. Necrons employ teleportation technology to achieve post-destruction discorporation. Interrogative. Where did the remains go? Fascination intensifies. Upon destruction, the Necron's constructs vanish, leaving no samples to be collected. Do we want to search the chamber? Do we want to move on? Or do we want to archive? Let's archive. Let's take some pickies. Necrons employ teleportation technology in weaponry. Calculating desire. Live targets for evaluating effects of gauss fire on human body. Conjecture most illuminating. Oh, we got a free thing. We got a Curatio mechadendrite, an STC fragment. That's what these equipment unlocks are called, because once we have the pattern for it, we can just pop it onto any one of our friends. This will be this is a very lucky find for us. And then the mission's complete. The cohort returns from the tomb frustrated by the lack of physical samples of Necron constructs. However, the data they've gathered on the phasing out of Necron remains is illuminating in itself. You gotta take your victories where you can. Valuable data present, greater than past. Totality of human knowledge increased. Mission conclusion, positive. I cannot say I support your conclusion, Scaevola. Faustinius is us. We're Faustinius, sort of the overarching lord, the overlord of this conclave of horribly gross people. Beneficial conclusion itemization follows. Necron discorporation witnessed. Enemy constructs destroyed, less than 0. Necron less than 0? Necron combat performance evaluated. Chances of functioning Necron available for dissection increased. My emotional cores are returning sensations of frustration and resentment, and I choose to acknowledge them. Yeah, a lot of these guys tend to partition off emotions from their lines of thinking, for better and worse. But I like that Faustinius just has emotional cores, and he's like, yeah, I'll acknowledge these ones. I'm frustrated and resentful. There we go. Breaking in Mechanicus with a chunky burp. The lives of my tech priests are not there to be risked for the fulfillment of your desires, Tech Acquisitor. They are there to be risked for the acquisition of intelligence learning sacred knowledge. Your understanding equals approvable. What? I did not understand that part. It was like, oh, Faustinius was like, they're not here to satisfy your desires, and he's like, you're right, they're here to satisfy everyone's desires, because they're here to be sacrificed to get knowledge. So, you're right. Dude, they're not here just for me. What a goofus. Alright, so after that, for every point of damage we take, we have to pay money on everyone, except servitors. I think they're free. We get money for the number of enemies killed. It shows a success. We get some rewards, including dollars. Sometimes we'll just find Blackstone in the tomb. The awakening got converted into total awakening. It'll change up there, but now we're at 2%, and it gives us some fun little stats. Close that map. And we got a new canticle. It's like an achievement, you know? So this is a complete one mission without using a canticle. It gives us a new canticle. Fuck it. Awesome. Like, what if achievements you got actually gave you things in-game? It's cool. And now let's check out our cohort. Because we can level up a friend. Let's level this boy up. Let's give him some armor. Because I want to see what this is the new one, the Zenorite one. So I want to see the new one. Let's give him these legs. Give him 2 more things of movement. Very nice. And we can slot them on. They take up a little wrench as well, but now we'll have massive critical chance, and he'll move even faster. We've also got these little jing-jangs, these augments. They will, like this one, it does damage. That's fucking sweet. Let's keep it for now, because it's always nice to have a ranged weapon just for action efficiency and for killing some corpses sometimes. But once we get more wrenches, I'm really excited about putting the Zenorite Mechadendrite on. And that's it for our money. So back to the mission. Tech shows us what upgrades we have in total. It shows us our support things, which is the Curatio Claw, which lets us heal our people. Troops, which is Servitor level 1. Ship. I didn't even know we could get ship stuff. And here's our canticles. Cool. Alright, back to the missione. Alright, so we got another Scaevola mission. Scutari and the Tomb of Acropus have encountered a destroyer form of Necron that uses anti-grav technology. Tech Inquisitor Scaevola has requested a cohort engage Necron destroyers so this technology can be studied. So Scaevola is always looking for new shit. This reward will increase our cognition gaze maximum for the rest of the game, which is pretty sweet. A noise reductor will let us reveal all enemy statistics in a circle area, and, of course, some Blackstone. Whereas this one will get us that axe, and some money, and this Omnispecs, which a target has 50% chance to miss you with its attacks for 1 round, which is fine. It's cute. But let's get deep with Scaevola, yeah? But in my first playthrough, I just kind of waffled between the two, the Puritan and the Radical, if you will, of Scaevola and Videx. Now let's just fucking lean into the Radical. Let's use this Xeno technology for ourselves as much as we can, because that's what in truth, that's what Tim Friend would want to do. Almost said my last name. Never again. Reports received from Subdomina Kepra. Synopsis follows. Heavy resistance, minimal gains, mounting casualties. Confirmed. Yes, no? Correct. There have been setbacks. Our troops have encountered a new Necron war form. Reaction, delight. Pray, Tech Acquisitor, explain. Enemy warform, provision designation, destroyer. Anti-grav technology confirmed. Explorator request, file accessed. Anti-gravitational technology is an area Styges 8 Magoses have requested as high priority. Study of provisional designation, destroyer, desirable, necessary, sacred duty. So Scaevola is from a planet in this vast imperium of man called Styges 8. And the Mechanicum Magoses from there are known to love to experiment on alien technology, much to the dismay of many other planets in the Imperium. So he's like, yeah, my boss has told me this is something to look for. and you would be famed throughout Styges 8 for exploiting this technology. Statement agreement. Request formulation follows. Commence deployment immediately. Oh. He just gets so excited about this stuff. He's so self-serving. She's so sociopathic. I keep misgendering her. Weird. A concentration of Necron destroyers is playing merry hell with our Skitarii units in the Tomb of Acropus. They are highly mobile and heavily armed weapons platforms. Taking them on is dangerous in the extreme. Reason to observe them. Our troops possessing such technology extrapolated to conclusion greatly increased battlefield effectiveness. I was raised to see that as dangerous thinking, Magos. Put such piety aside for now, Subdomina. Is the cohort ready to advance? The Kepra, she's our master of arms. Remember, she's like, imagine her as always sort of being boots on the ground with the troops. Because it's not just us going in here. Apparently there's some kind of big, or we've got sites all over the planet that we've landed troops on in pursuit of the knowledge that was lost by a previous explorator team that came here and died, and we're here to find out what they found, and hopefully use that for the good of the Imperium of Man. Hooray! Right? Hooray! The Imperium's probably the good guys, right? They're not. All right. See you next time, everybody.
With him